Alright, so before we continue, I want to point out something that I actually failed to point out earlier, partly because I didn't realize it at the time, and then I saw someone else check and realized that's the way to check. So, the captain I was referring to earlier, take a look. Captain Marwyn. It says so right there. That is Captain Marwyn. So my mistake was that I didn't click on the other captain earlier when in that cutscene where Jaina shows up to meet Arthas, because that would have said Captain Falric. So even though they are labeled captain in the cutscene, it's actually showing that they are there. Just for some reason, it didn't actually label them in the cutscene. So you wouldn't realize it's actually Falric and Marwyn unless you click on them. So just want to, kind of go ahead and point that out. So,
is there danger?
Anyways, let's continue, shall we?
Certainly. A sound plan. Of course.
Glad to know that Arthas thinks it's a sound plan.
Certainly. For honor. Certainly. Of course. A sound plan. Certainly.
So, I want you guys to keep in mind a couple of things as we continue here. First off, it's been over a month since the events of Stratholme. So, let's just say he's had some time to kind of stew on this, and it's been kind of getting to him. And because of that, I want you to pay attention what happens to him when we encounter a certain familiar face coming up here. But first...
A sound plan. Certainly. Of course. Certainly. Ice trolls.
Huh. It's like, yeah, nobody likes the ice trolls.
Sound plan. For honor.
Checkpoint.
Ah, a gold mine. We'll set up our base there. We're under attack. Take cover.
Bloody hell.
Muradin!
Not undead. You're all alive.
Muradin? Muradin Bronzebeard, is that you?
Damn, boy. I never imagined that you'd be the one to come to our rescue.
Rescue? Muradin, I didn't even know you were here.
Oh, well, just the same, lad. I could use your help. My mates and I were attacked and we got separated. I'd appreciate any backup you could give me.
Of course I'll help Muradin. Let's move.
So, did you notice how his tone changed the moment he saw Muradin? I point that out because the way he was answering Marwyn earlier was very cold. Very, because it was getting to him. He was like, are our troops and ships here ready to go? And then he sees Muradin. And he's like, Muradin? Is that you? The reason this is important is because Muradin basically helped raise and mentor Arthas as a child. Now, some would argue Uther was Arthas' mentor, but I That was later in Arthas's adult life, so I disagree. Muradin actually was more so his mentor when it came to teaching him how to kind of like fight and such, and just grow up and be, as a man. When Arthas was growing up as a young boy, all the way through his adulthood. So in a manner of speaking, in a way, Muradin was more of a father figure for him growing up, even more so than King Tyrannus was. And this was before Arthas, took up learning to be a paladin from Uther. So, in a number of ways, Muradin means more to Arthas than some others are. I wouldn't say Muradin means more to him than Jaina, but I would definitely make a case that Muradin means more to Arthas than Uther does. Possibly even King Tyrannus. That's arguable, even though that's his actual father. But sometimes, like, he wasn't really getting to spend that much time with King Tyrannus because he was the king of a land and such. And so growing up, he was being taught all these different things by Muradin. So seeing Muradin has a big possible influence and change on Arthas here, and kind of like shakes him out of that cold like focus and determination that he's been having for over a month since Stratholme, solely focusing on, I have to avenge my people by getting Mal'Ganis. I have to. And he's just shaken out of it for a moment. And that's important for what happens later. Destroy Mal'Ganis' base. Optional, rescue Muradin's men. The base up there. Alright, so we've got a base going now. Lots of stuff here that needs to be repaired.
What is it? The light is my strength. A sound plan.
Go. Gotta heal that peon. Or not peon, peasant. My bad. I meant to get the peasants out first to repair the damaged stuff here before I send them to do some labor work. And try to upgrade this to a castle, of course.
I am ready.
So I will say I do find it kind of interesting because I don't think we ever find out why Muradin... I mean, we do know why he was here. But why? Like, he says later, oh yeah, we're here to find this sword called Frostmourne.
Ready to work.
But what I've always wondered is why? Why were you so interested in finding Frostmourne? I mean, is it just because it's some possible legendary ancient artifact and we need to find this legendary thing? It's like, I always wondered about that. I was like, why were you so interested in finding Frostmourne?
All right.
Okay, one more. Now I know I could perhaps send my
I'm here to help.
Hurry!
Ready to work. Of course. Forward. Off I go then. The light is my strength. Certainly.
Where to? Roger, we'll go. Okay to go.
Alright, you guys go to work on that.
Right.
You
Righto.
go ahead and get a lumber mill going.
Off I go then.
And then get back to work on the
Righto.
lumber.
What's the flight plan? Okay to go. What's the flight plan?
Come on.
Oops, I dropped something.
Stay on target. I'd rather be flying.
can be my wingman anytime.
Ah.
Okay to go. Where to?
I think I messed it up. There's another line he says, like, there's something on the wing. So, but yeah, you know, the stay on target, obvious Star Wars reference. So there's the barracks. How big of a force we have?
I'm here to help.
Alright. I guess we'll research defend for now. Alright, let's upgrade this to a keep. And get this up as well.
How you doing?
Checking to see if it attacks, like if it attacks ground and air, or just air, or what. That's one of the things I always liked about in StarCraft. It would help let you know if if a unit attacks either ground or air or both. Ah!
Is there danger?
Research complete. They came from behind.
They came from behind. Alright, so that thing got shot down right away. They do lots of damage. Anti-air damage, basically.
Research complete.
It's gonna be a while till that gets upgraded.
More work.
I need you. Let's get a blacksmith up and going as well.
Yes, me lord. What is it?
Let's get an altar of kings going.
All right. Yes, me lord.
Let's get a couple more watchtowers.
go then.
Here.
Righto. All right.
You're kind of slow for
Muted in. He's got Stormbolt, Thunderclap. He's already got those abilities there.
Upgrade complete.
What's happening?
Later I'll be able to get Avatar at the next level. I don't know if he's actually going to get leveled in this
Job's
particular
done.
level, though. I may have to wait till the next one.
Job's done.
Hold on. Music is a little loud. There we go.
Job's done.
Okay. Good.
Upgrade
Okay.
complete.
I think
I'm here to help.
I'm gonna get a couple more riflemen, because clearly they have some air units. I'm gonna need some riflemen to make sure I can shoot them down.
Build
Locked
more
and loaded.
farm. Job's done.
Build more
Research
farm.
complete.
More work.
Yep,
Research
more
complete.
work.
Go then. All right.
Actually,
Righto. Yes, me lord.
I didn't want to box him in.
All right.
I was like, oh no, he's gonna get stuck.
Yes, me lord.
Upgrade complete.
Justice shall be done.
Alright.
The light
Let's
is my
go
strength.
rescue these dwarves.
A sound plan.
I'm sure these towers will be enough.
Upgrade complete.
Job's done.
Really? Hold on.
Yes, me lord.
Let's get a workshop
Lumber
going.
is required.
Right.
Our forces are under attack.
That's them. And they're still under attack from the undead.
Let's move, men. Those dwarves need help.
Locked and loaded.
Research
forces
complete.
are under attack.
All right. Righto.
Uh-oh.
Job's done.
That is a hero unit.
Stand for the light.
More lumber is required.
Aye, sir.
Isa!
More lumber.
Not enough lumber! There's a level 5 lich. Yeah, let's get back and deal with that guy.
Job's done.
Research complete.
Justice shall be done. For honor. Job's done.
Let's actually just go ahead and set them up right here, just in case. Alright, the workshop is up and going.
Ready for action. More lumber is required.
I get so tempted to use that cheat.
Is someone... And that has to be where Mal'Ganis is hiding. I want that base leveled.
Research complete. More lumber is required. What do you need?
Alright, hold on just a second.
I stand for the light. I stand for the light. What? Off I go then.
More lumber is required.
Don't want to do too many because, well, I have to remind myself the cap is only at 100.
Build there.
I'm already missing the 200 cap that you can get in StarCraft.
Show us a target. Gotta go. Me too.
Alright. Let's see if this is enough.
Yes, my liege.
Just gonna march them in here.
Right.
Certainly.
Say the word. Ready for action. Our forces are under attack. They came from... Aye, my lord. Behind.
You got this, Muradin.
Job's done.
That's more like it. What's happening?
Boom! No!
Our forces are under attack.
What's happening?
Say the word.
We got a few more of those in here and just kind of send them up.
You're kind of slow for a human, aren't you?
Yes, he's got no mana. Alright.
All right, Muradin. What were you doing up here anyway?
Well, lad, there's an ancient waygate that lies somewhere in this glacial wasteland. Supposedly, it transports you to a hidden vault where a rune blade named Frostmourne is held. We came here to recover Frostmourne, but the closer we
why?
came to finding the waygate, the more undead we encountered.
Prince Arthas, we haven't found any trace of Mal'Ganis.
No matter. He can't hide from me forever. Captain, I want you to establish this site as our primary base.
Yes, my lord.
Dissension. Early the next morning at Arthas's new base camp. Now, this is another important moment because usually people will gravitate towards Stratholme. However, as I like to think I pointed out in the previous video, that's debatable, that's more gray, and I actually think that was the right decision by Arthas. What he does here, though, not necessarily the decision of what to do throughout this mission itself, but what happens at the end of the mission is the worst thing. Just randomly a Zeppelin shows up.
I apologize, emissary, but the prince is away on an errand. What brings you to this desolate place?
By royal edict, you men are to return to Lordaeron immediately. Lord Uther has convinced the king to recall this expedition.
We're to just pick up and leave?
That's correct. My men report that the roads from here to the shore are held by the undead. You'll need to find an alternate route back to your ships.
To hell with the undead. We'll cut our way through the woods, men.
Captain, why are the guards not at their posts?
Well, my lord, your father had our troops recalled at Lord Uther's request.
Uther had my troops recalled? Damn it! If my warriors abandon me, I'll never defeat Mal'Ganis. The ships must be burned before the men reach the shore.
Isn't that a bit much, lad?
Burned down to their frames. No one goes home until our job here is done.
Okay, so I gotta pause this because this is a time mission. So we gotta talk about that. First off, I don't know about you. By the way, that captain, Luke Walfron, I think, he actually apparently shows up later in WoW. I believe. I find myself thinking about Uther's eagerness to basically have everyone pulled back and called back. And I start thinking about it. I find myself thinking about... It goes back to what I was saying about the slash naivete slash blindness of Uther in this throughout this campaign, where Uther is kind of blind to what's really going on. Just not even thinking about it, not even seeing it, of the bigger scale of things that are going on, not piecing it together. The fact that he thought the whole idea of the plague turning them into the undead was insane, but even Jaina was like, no, it's true. Just kind of is another example. And I find myself thinking about if, who was right here, Arthas or Uther. Now, let me just say that I think that the decision to burn the ships by Arthas is not exactly that bad, because the long-term plan was, we're going to burn the ships so no one leaves, we'll defeat Mal'Ganis' forces, and then we will repair the ships, or rebuild, not necessarily repair, but rebuild new ships with the supplies that are here on Northrend, because as we saw in Wrath, Northrend had numerous various resources and supplies and towns and such around there, so and there's tons of trees and such, so it's not it's not out of the question that they could have rebuilt new ships for them to sail back home once their job here was done. That was his intended plan. That was Arthas's idea and plan all along when he made that decision just now. It's what happens at the end that is the decision he makes that is basically a step towards the down the path that the Lich King and the Dreadlords and all of them have been directing Arthas down. This kind of thing. But again, it's spurred by that move from Uther to just pull them all back. He thinks just having all the forces that Arthas brought with him pulled back is going to fix this problem. Because notice that he's basically having the king call back the troops back. He didn't exactly have the emissary show up and say, the king also demands that Prince Arthas returns home as well. He didn't say that. He only wanted the troops to come back. So, was Uther's way of thinking was, I'll just have the troops called back, and that will basically force Arthas to have to come back home and not deal with this thing, because taking on a Dreadlord, that's absurd. We shouldn't be dealing with these Dreadlords. Not really. I'm like, he's a man of action, as we saw in the cinematic at the beginning of this campaign, and yet he's not taking as much action as Arthas is. In fact, Arthas learned this way of thinking of let's take action from Uther. So I find it funny that Uther is basically causing and helping Arthas direct this path that the Lich King and the Dreadlords and all of them are wanting Arthas to go down. And we find out more about this later on in the next campaign. But when we come back, we're gonna be burning the ships. Stay tuned.